Welcome to our Ministry of Health's Weekend Review. On Friday, August 2nd, the Ministry of Health's Food Policy Division hosted its annual Breastfeeding Education and Awareness Symposium, which was geared towards advocacy for breastfeeding-friendly policies support networks. With the theme, Closing the Gap, Breastfeeding Support for All, highlights the need for collaborative efforts in bridging the gaps in breastfeeding support and address inequalities. During his keynote address, Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony, Minister of Health, emphasized the importance of supporting exclusive breastfeeding while also addressing the challenges some mothers face. He stressed the need for education to help mothers overcome these obstacles.
Young parents who need to understand the importance of breastfeeding so that we can get that information across and so that they can be more compliant and understand why this is important to them. And also, while we focus a lot on the importance and why we need to do this in terms of exclusive breastfeeding, I think we also have to, for those who have challenges, and sometimes during the period of breastfeeding, mothers would experience different types of issues. We also have to talk to them about how to deal with those issues.
Following that activity, the minister, accompanied by the Director of Family and Primary Healthcare Services, Dr. Arthur Hamilton, and the Principal Assistant Secretary of Finance, Malkia Idol, participated in a cultural ceremony at the ministry's Breakdown headquarters. In observance of the Emancipation Day 2024, delivering brief remarks, Minister Dr. Frank Anthony emphasized the importance of remembering the history behind this celebration.
These days now, we spend a lot of time engaging in a lot of festivities. So we eat, we drink, we dance, we celebrate. And that's very important too. But I think sometimes what is missing is the history and where we came from, what this signifies, how our foreparents had to struggle, and that history sometimes is often lost on all of us. So I think as we use the occasion to have various types of celebration and remembrance, that we must take some time out too to think about these struggles and what they went through and go back to some of the history.
Meanwhile, on Monday, August 5th, Minister Anthony met with Dr. Hallie Getahong, CEO of the Development Partnership for Africa and the Caribbean. This meeting focused on bilateral discussions for future collaborations between the ministry and EDPAC. Also this week, a swearing-in ceremony was held for the 35th cohort of Peace Corps volunteers, who were trained for 10 weeks in preserving training. This batch of 18 volunteers will be placed in various areas such as health, education, and environmental programs. In his brief remarks, Dr. Anthony noted that the Peace Corps volunteers have been tremendously effective in improving health education in Guyana.
We had a Peace Corps volunteer, and I think the work that she did with the community was really fantastic because she was able to improve health education and get people to comply with coming to clinic, taking their treatment, and so forth.
Dr. Anthony also extended congratulations to the volunteers and welcomed them to Guyana. In wrapping up this review, we wish to remind you to visit the Ministry of Health booths at the International Building Expo happening this weekend. Eligible persons can access the eye testing and spectacle voucher and service on site. Our team will also be there with the cervical cancer screening, and vouchers will also be available for women 21 to 65 years of age.
Have you heard? The Ministry of Health will be at the International Building Expo 2024 this August 8th to 11th at the Guyana National Stadium. Visit our booths to access a variety of free healthcare services, including cervical cancer screening, eye testing, HIV testing, vaccination, dental services, voluntary blood donation, and much more. Eligible individuals who haven't yet accessed eye testing and spectacle vouchers or cervical cancer screening vouchers can uplift them at our booths. Don't miss out on these vital health services for both children and adults. Join us at the International Building Expo 2024, August 8th to 11th at the Guyana National Stadium. See you there.